I just can't let you go. Lord knows that I've tried to. You said I was the only one. No one likes being lied to. You made this mess and left me with the pieces. Now I wanna burn all the bridges between us. I can't focus, I can't forget. I've been thinking too much lately. I just need to clear my head. I just need to clear my head. I've been stuck.
Hello. We are gonna start a 5-day recruiting challenge that Marina Simone put on. There's a couple of twisty parts. I realize it's late, so hello to the late night live crew, replay crew. Hello. If you get to watch this, greetings and salutations. I'm going to be maybe doing this in multiple parts, but here's what we have done. We've taken out the filler words. We've taken out likes. We've taken out so's. We've taken out okays. They were also using those as filler words. We've taken out the pauses. So if there's cuts in this video, that is why. Because we don't have time for all that. Savannah! Hello! Linda, Anastasia, Riley, Rootin' to Being, Tori, Av. I have also blurred a child. Shout out to you know who sent me this. You know who you are. I don't. If you want me to tell, then I'll tell. But I don't want to give away your anonymity because you're doing tons of damage in a good way, getting all this stuff to so many creators. So thank you so much. Let me save this file and quit Premiere Pro. And we're gonna quit Discord because that's taking up a bunch of RAM. Tish! Patricia! Coconuts! Diane! Chris! I just talked to a journalist about magic for an hour. Let's go. I was about to say let's effing go, but it's a little early in the stream to do that. Shelby, greetings and salutations. Howdy hey. Oh, you're good, Savannah. No worries. Here we go. This is what we're doing. Do I know what we're doing? No, I do. I'm putting the video. I think what we will do is maybe we'll put it on screen. How do we feel about that? No, I can be small. I can be small. Here we go. 5-day recruiting challenge. Is this edited? That's the question of the hour. Yes. Again, if this looks like it's been edited, it is because it has been shortened.
What's up, you guys?
Oh, geez. I'm gonna make this full screen. Put them on screen. Ronnie? Just in time. What's up? Howdy hey. Let me put this in I did bring up my teleprompter upstairs. If it's gonna keep blurring out my camera, then we are not gonna continue using it, but here we go. Just like I'm peeking through the fuckery to look at what's going on in this 5-day recruiting challenge. Now, if y'all know the story, we know John Melton, right? We know he is not associated with our good buddy Marina Simone, anymore because Marina Simone has left Monate kind of in a tumultuous way. You will, however, in this Marina Simone 5-day recruiting challenge, see our buddy John Melton talk because they forgot to update the training. So that's the hilarity of this. Since they hired Marina to do all this stuff for frequents, I don't understand. Hello. Callie, Jackie. Hello. I'm working my way home. It was a long day, not in a bad way. It was just a long day. I hope you're able to get some good rest. Michelle, good to see you all. Let's go ahead and get started because it's late as hell. Wait, is my screen short? Please hold. I'm just going to see if my screen... It looks like my screen dimensions are off, but maybe they're not. All right, buckle up. Buckle up for a wild ride. Again, this has been shortened. Pauses, okays, filler words, so's, likes have been removed.
All right, welcome to day 1 of the 5-day recruiting challenge. I'm excited that you guys are here. Seriously, I have been...
This may have been a bad idea.
I've been sharing it everywhere. I don't know if you've noticed, but because it's just going to be really valuable to you, it's going to be really valuable to your teams, to all of the people. And it's been on my heart to create this for quite a while because I love recruiting. I love teaching about recruiting. It's kind of a jam. I'm freaking pumped that you guys are here. I'm excited to teach you all the things. I'm excited for some of my 6- and 7-figure friends to teach you all the things because they're kind of geniuses. And I'm excited to grow with you guys. All right, I just really quickly want to go over how things are going to go in this 5-day challenge. Just the format. So you guys...
I did not speed it up. I now thinking... I was sent this and it was put on. I know it's Jordan. The person who sent it to me said it was Marina Simone's 5-day recruiting challenge. So that's why I said that. It's through Marina Simone. I think it's it's like sample music from YouTube or something like that. I think she's trying to talk animatedly and I took out all the pauses, so it's going to make her sound even faster. The link to this was sent via Bryn. Right. The person who sent it to me said that it was through... Anyways, I'm going to get derailed if I keep going back and forth. The person who sent it to me said that the first video is 1 hour and 47 minutes long. So we took off about 10 minutes. And the recruiting challenge is through Marina Simone. Oh, that's awesome, Savannah. I'm glad you're here. Okay.
Really understand and none of you are confused. Here's the way it works. Starting today and for the next 5 days, you're going to get an email or a text message for some of you, and each day it's just going to let you know that your training is available to watch. 24 hours after you receive that training link, the training is going to expire. Even if you keep this link open in your internet browser or you save the link, it doesn't matter. 24 hours after you get access to that training and it's released to you, it will automatically go to the next day. All right? When that happens, you won't be able to access this day again. Is that clear? Do you get it?
Whoops.
I really want to make sure that you guys...
I just want you to know Once you finish this training, you're not going to be able to access it anymore. Welcome to anti-MLM. I was about to say welcome to anti-MLM, mother effers, but that would have been too aggressive. Welcome to anti-MLM, where the video downloading extensions are many and far-reaching. Yeah, it's older. They just haven't updated it. So what I'm saying is, as a professional in marketing, you update your content, especially when you've left teams or when you've left companies. So the issue being is the continued lack of professionalism from Marina, who was allegedly hired to do all this incredible graphic design for Frequenz and do marketing and do their game plan and stuff like that. And then they don't just have the ease, like they could have easily cut out John and taken out the part where they introduced John and kept it moving. I can answer questions after the stream. I don't focus on multiple things very well. You have to have $100 worth of tips to be able to take them out of YouTube. It's okay. I mean, we can watch on the replay. I'm not going to be here for very long. I'm going to do another stream on it. They need to verify their address, Savannah. So if they haven't verified their address yet, and if their social security number or ITIN is in order, then they need to contact their YouTube partner to see why their partner handler to see why they're not able to extract their money. So
prioritize watching these trainings within 24 hours, unless you have the all access pass, because then you have unlimited lifetime access to all the trainings and a bunch of cool freebies and bonuses and all that stuff, right? But there's going to be a ton of really great information each day. Really, really, really good. I only accepted the best because I wanted you guys to get a ton of value from this and for free. You're welcome. I don't want you to get overwhelmed. Oh my God, there's so much awesomeness. I can't do it all. I don't know what I'm doing. You guys, you're not supposed to do it all. Don't get overwhelmed. Here is my top secret strategy to get the most from a training. It's really simple. At the end of each day, or even as you're listening to the training sometimes, I want you to just circle one thing.
Savannah, if you just send me a message on Instagram, I can answer more of your questions.
That you want to take action on. One thing. Now, it could be something that would be an easy first step that you'd be excited to do. And then I want you to take action on that right away. After you watch these trainings, just go do it. Rip the Band-Aid off, all right? The way this is gonna work, I already told you a little bit about, the trainings are only available for 24 hours, but I'm gonna kick off each day. I'm gonna introduce each speaker, and then you're gonna see a speaker that's gonna be sharing their secret tips, their secret strategies, their secret scripts. These are really amazing humans. You're gonna wanna watch all of these. And then I'm gonna come back after the speakers talk, and I'm gonna share a wrap up, or maybe an additional tip, or maybe give you a little bit of homework or an actionable activity from the training. And then each day, there's gonna be 3 influencers total that are gonna share their strategies and scripts. Now, these are the things that these people have done that have made them total recruiting superstars. It's good stuff. My suggestion for you guys, I want you to take notes. I want you to show up. I want you to prioritize this because you matter and your dreams matter and your goals matter. Act it. If you want your business to pay a business, you have to treat it a business. You have to invest in yourself. Prioritize these trainings. Each day, the total amount of time is going to be maybe an hour to an hour and a half max. If you need to break up the trainings, do that. Maybe watch some of the training on your lunch. Maybe watch some while your kids nap, you can watch some before bed, like some while you're on the treadmill, whatever, however it makes sense for you, but prioritize it. Also, if you guys hear an awesome tip or have a moment where you're like, aha, that's really good, in case you didn't know what a moment meant, because I think everyone knows, but then they actually don't. Do you have a moment like that where you're like, oh, that's really good? Do me a favor, share that in the Facebook group, Mother Hustlers, okay? And use the hashtag recruiting challenge. I want you guys growing together, sharing together, learning from each other, getting excited, and doing this together. And then same thing if you use a tip or you use a strategy that you hear and you have results, or maybe you have an awesome testimony, maybe a month from now, I recruited 3 people using these tips. I want you to share that in the group with the hashtag recruiting challenge. Hashtag recruiting challenge. I will pick some random winners as well for people who are sharing their moments, the tips that they, and you know.
Yeah, just as a reminder too, if you're watching this on the replay, I took out a lot of pauses and a lot of words, and I didn't really go through and listen to the entire 1 hour and 37 minutes to make sure that I didn't cut words off. So if you hear things, like she said earlier, something boss, like she was saying like a boss or something like that. We've taken the likes out because they were using likes as filler words and as pauses. I figure that we can all figure out what she's saying and be able to finish the video a lot faster without all that in there. So, yep. These individuals are with Frequence now, except for John Melton, who's still with Modair. So, which is why it's so embarrassing that he's in this training video. What's up? Hello. It's generic for any MLM rep so that they can sell the training to more people. It is sloppy as well, in my opinion, because Marina or any of these individuals who have access to the videos, or they could have downloaded it in 1080p like we downloaded it in 1080p, could have cut out the part with John Melton in it. And then they could have re-uploaded it and not looked like complete numpties as they're trying to bring more people into Frequence. Usually in the replay crew, is she being sued? Marina Simone? Not yet, but potentially. The cross-recruiting MLMs do not like that, but Modair seems... Not Modair. Modair! Sorry, I keep saying Modair. I mean Modair. John Melton is in Modair. Marina Simone was in Modair. This person who's speaking was in Modair. She is in Frequence now, so is Marina Simone. Because they left a guy in this as they're trying to recruit people to Modair, who is still in, they left a guy who's still in Modair as they're trying to recruit people into Frequence, and they didn't edit the video to remove him from the video since they jumped ship. So that's why that's one of the epic fails in this training, and we'll have to see the other epic fails as we watch.
Anything that's working for them, any testimonies they have, I'll pick some winners for prizes. Lastly, get your teams in this training. This is totally free. And when someone signs up, they will automatically get the day 1 training after they sign up. And then they'll have 24 hours to watch each video, even if they start days after you do. There's not set dates that they have to get in by. Don't sleep on it. The challenge already started. Well, I can't invite extra people. No. You're watching. Oh, that's good. Get your teams in here. I mean, listen, only do that if you really want to grow. If you want your team to grow. If you want people recruiting crazy, then I would do it only then. I'm going to drop a link below this video that you can use to share with your team so you can get them in here. And yeah, let's dive in. The first speaker is going to be me, and I'm going to share with you guys just some tips on really how to find unlimited leads to recruit. Some of what I've done to grow a multiple 7-figure business. You never run out of people to talk to, and even potentially have some people coming to you, raising their hands saying they want to get started, they want to join your team. Let's dive in. I love you so much. This is going to be amazing. Hello and welcome, you beautiful, glorious human. All right, guys. My name is Jordan Levesque, if you did not already know, and I am super fired up and excited to bring you all the value today. So I hope that you're ready. I hope that you're taking notes. Hope that you got your teams on here because this is going to be value bombed. But seriously, here's what I'm going to teach you guys today. All right? I'm going to teach you how to find unlimited leads to recruit. Would that be cool? Who would want to learn that? Can I get an amen? One of the biggest problems people have with recruiting is, well, for one, they say things, I'm not a recruiter. You need to stop. You need to take that out of your mouth hole, okay? Or you can swallow it and then never say it again. You need to guard your words when it comes to how you talk about recruiting. I hear people all the time say, I'm not good at insert whatever thing, but recruiting is a big one in this industry. You are really hurting yourself when you do this. Okay, because if you fight for your limitations, you get to keep them. You need to guard your word. Instead of saying, I'm not good at recruiting,
Am I freaking muted? Maybe we should just end the stream. I was so mad. I don't understand. What I was saying was, I was cursing, and I was also saying I don't understand the limiting belief that they always talk about. And here's why. When you're a kid and you need help with multiplication, and you raise your hand to a teacher and say, hey, ma'am or sir or teacher, I don't understand multiplication, or I don't understand this multiplication problem. Saying specifically what you need help with helps the teacher give you that info so that they can help you build a bridge between what you know and what you don't know in your brain, so that you can go from not understanding multiplication to understanding multiplication. And then you get to do more complex math things because you understand multiplication. And why do we know that? Because you asked for help, because you knew what your limits were. I'm embarrassed that I was muted for so long, but here we go. It's been a day. Sorry. I just don't understand. And they don't want you to feel your feelings either. Because when you start feeling your feelings, sometimes your brain starts working too, and they don't want you thinking that much. It was an epic rant, Kirsten. I'm sorry. Maybe both, but I was definitely muted. I was chewing because I haven't eaten in a while, and I do not want to chew on camera, the sound, and then I forgot to unmute myself. I'm sorry. All right, we're back.
recruiting, I want you to say, I'm learning how to recruit. I haven't mastered recruiting yet. Use words of progression, my friend. It makes all the difference in the world. But if you believe you're not good at recruiting, that's not an empowered place to come from. You're not going to crush it. And also, if you're not practicing every single day by getting out there and asking all
A good teacher, a good counselor. My mouth noises are like making me insane. Oh, good job, Tish. Is going to say, why do you feel that you're not good at recruiting? Why do you feel that you don't understand multiplication? I don't understand how to get to the answer. And then we can go backwards. Multiplication wise, do you understand what 1 times 1 is? Yeah, anything times 1 is 1. So you understand that 1 times 2 is 1, or is 2. 1 times 2 is 2, right? Because anything times 1 is itself. Sorry, that's what I meant to say. Okay, I understand that. Do you understand that 2 times 2 is 4? Yes. Do you understand that 2 times 4 is 8? Yes, because I have 2 groups of 4, and that I can count all those up, and that equals 8. Okay, great. You could work up until the point where the information loss is when you have a good teacher, because they're going to ask intelligent questions, and then instead of getting stuck in this bullshit, as I'm checking over to make sure I'm not muted, of make sure to speak about yourself with those non-limiting beliefs, because if you do that, you're going to get stuck. No, a good leader is going to help you meet you where you're at and ask really good questions and figure out where you need some bridges. Except, apparently, that's not going to happen in MLM because you're in it by yourself. Play the welcome song for the Welcome to MLM. Is that Welcome to the Jungle? Is that the one we're talking about? My friend feels so disingenuous and condescending, as if she's our preschool teacher. She might be a teacher. I mean, she seems like she would be a great, friendly teacher for preschoolers. Teaching's super hard. I'm just saying she seems like a friendly, kind person. Allegedly, you know. Okay, Karina, have a good sleep. All right, I'm scared to push play.
People, you don't get to say you're not good at recruiting because you're not practicing. You don't get good at riding a bike sitting around at home saying, I'm not good at riding a bike. You don't get good at recruiting sitting around at home saying, I'm not good at recruiting, just because you haven't had success yet, but you're not practicing.
I needed DC as my math teacher. She is using these, I'm guessing they're metaphors. If I'm choosing the wrong word, she's using these stories to try to explain about why your limiting beliefs are bad and why practice is important. Yet, if you have mobility / depth perception / insert anomalies or differences in motor function, you're not gonna necessarily be able to figure out riding your bike just by practicing. Sometimes you need help from somebody who knows how to ride a bike, knows that you have maybe some motor function challenges or limitations, and help come up with a creative way for you to learn those balancing techniques that some kids are able to pick up on their own that maybe you would not. That is why it's important to have a leader or a teacher or a trainer.
I want you to really be honest with yourself about the fact that if you're saying those words, are you really doing the work to learn how to master it? If not, it's not that you're not good at it. It's that you're not doing it. You're not failing forward. You're not getting out there asking people if they're open every single day. Recruiting is 100% a numbers game. The person who...
Yes and no. I'm sorry I'm pausing this so much, and I'm coming at this from a athletic perspective. Also, as somebody in athletic perspective who it took me longer to get things, but also in school, it took me longer to understand some things with my reading comprehension stuff. There is a point when somebody will shut down during the learning process because they failed so many times. They cannot see the solution through the failure. And that's not an insurmountable thing, but you come alongside them and you help them learn how to fail forward, and you help them learn how to adapt and learn from a failure. Some people don't pick it up automatically. So when she is talking about you just need to practice recruiting, you need to practice getting in front of enough people. If those attempts are ineffective, then you're going to be screwed. You're not gonna, if you don't know how to interact with people, You're not necessarily going to learn how to interact with people from failing 1,000 times. Sometimes you need to say, look, show me what you mean when you say you're being friendly. Okay, I say this. Let's role play. What is that? Show me, hi, so-and-so, how are you doing today? And then they role play and you say, okay, here's what I'm seeing from you. Sometimes even that conversation doesn't, it doesn't drive the point home. Sometimes they even have to see it on video so they can watch themselves and see what they actually look like in the process of them being friendly. And then you saying, this is not the friendly I'm looking for. You may feel like you're being friendly, but you might be whatever, A, B, C, D. In sales, it's important. It's a specialized skill. Not everyone is good at sales. Not everybody can be good at sales, especially with really shitty teachers out there in multi-level marketing who are telling you this stuff and then basically saying like, it's you, you're the problem, it's you. No, sometimes it's the teacher's fault. As kindly as I can say that, because I know there's incredible teachers out there, and then we have multi-level marketing teachers. So.
Asks the most wins. You need to be an ask hole. See what I did there? You need to be out there asking more people than anyone else.
We're changing the title of the thumbnail. Ask hole. That's what we're doing.
Up in numbers what you lack in skill. But we're going to teach you some really awesome things today that are going to help up-level your skill set so that you can get more results in less time. Would that be cool? Let me just tell you that recruiting is kind of my jam. I love talking about recruiting. This is going to be really powerful. Like I said, make sure that your team is involved in this totally free 5-day recruiting challenge because the value is going to be supreme, but I would only get them in here if you want them to recruit a ton of people. All right, listen, the first thing I want to do for you guys, I just want to read you an excerpt from my book. You get to know me a little bit. And because I just feel it's a good way to understand where I've come from and who I am a little bit as a person. Okay. The book is called 6 Figures and Beyond, by the way. I want you.
She's got a book. We're gonna go look for it because why not? Just real quick, let me just edit. I am gonna turn monetization on. I'm sorry. All right. 6 figures. Is that a play on to infinity and beyond? Wait, what's her name again? I gotta rewind it. I'm sorry. We're only gonna listen to her today. Maybe we'll do the rest tomorrow.
But I would only get them in here if you want them to recruit a ton of people. All right, listen. The first thing I want to do for you guys, I just want to read you an excerpt from my book. You get to know me a little bit. And because I just feel it's a good way to understand where I've come from and who I am a little bit as a person. Okay. The book is called 6 Figures and Beyond, by the way. I want you guys to stop putting a ceiling where God.
6 Figures and Beyond is written. It says Rob Perry is the author. 6 Figures and Beyond is not a book for those wanting to merely survive in the network marketing space. This book is geared towards giving you a blueprint on how to make figures annually. 6 figures annually? Who wrote this? No, this book won't tell you to grind your face off and sleep when you are dead. No, this book will not tell you to just believe more. This book will give you tactical strategies. Hold on. The authors in this book will share actionable steps. So it's not really her book. Rob Sperry, Amanda Simon, Andrew Logan, Angie Gishel, Ariella Hendershaw, Ashley Stanley, Beth Graves, Jackie Wilson, Joanna Bacon, Jen McCann, Jennifer Stroman, Jill and Gabe Pearson, Jordan Levesque. This is not your book, is it? Let me just click on this so I can drag this onto the screen. This is her book. And also, Information control. You forgot to tell us there were like 15 other authors. $1,000 is technically 6 figures. Dante? Yes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24. Would you not have said, I co-wrote a book with 24 other people? 24? No. I'm sorry. 20 other people. And I am not the main author of said book? I'm not saying it's not a big deal to be on a book. I'm not saying that. I'm just saying, like, that's a little twisty. That's a little freaking twisty. And in Amazon, it says the author is Rob Sperry. Want me to show you? We come with the receipts. 6 figures and beyond. By Rob Sperry. I guess we won't be left center aligning because I yelled at everybody about that. So we are going to be left aligning. Okay, continue.
Put a sky. Write that down. Stop putting a ceiling where God put a sky.
Oh, okay.
Like I said, if you fight for your limitations, you get to keep them. Here's what I believe, and it may be different from what you believe in. That's but before you were born, God or the universe, whatever you believe in, set you apart. The problem is not that you were unworthy or incapable. Okay, the problem is that you keep forgetting you are exactly the opposite, my friend.
Incapable?
Or maybe you've never completely understood.
I'm gonna be a little bit of a turd. Incapable is the word correct? Uncapable. Uncapable is not a word. Incapable? Yes, Becca, correct. As an author, proper etiquette is to say I co-wrote a book or am part of an anthology. Aya, you're bringing the heat as always, and I freaking love it. Here's my question. If we're finding twisty pieces of information control here, does that show that there might be a pattern of behavior to look out for in the presentation of your multi-level marketing opportunity, or how to win big in social media, or your 5-day recruiting challenge? It says to me, there could be potholes ahead. Drive with caution. That's what it says to me. I hope they had an editor too.
Your inherent greatness. Either way, I'm hoping to help you remember what you were put here to do and give you some actionable tools and help so that you can stop hitting your head against the wall and get the results that you freaking deserve. Does that sound good? Well, listen, you guys, ultimately, I'm just hoping that I can help you shock yourself with what you're capable of the same way that I did. It's just to give you a little backstory. If you would have told me at 19, when I was 300 pounds, suicidal, and my idea of a good time involved...
Apologies. Content warning. A multi-level marketing rep using their backstory without any content warning. Apologies. Did I have my mute again? I don't think I was muted. Was I? You might not be live. Okay. Some people I think are behind in the video. Content warning. Emotional manipulation. I'm just going to update the description right meow.
All sleeping with random guys, eating until I couldn't feel.
If you do not want to be sleeping with random guys, then that would be one thing, which it sounds like she was not wanting to do that. If you do want to do that, that is your own prerogative, but to say that that is a thing to avoid, I would have questions about that. I don't, and I hope Tish reacts to this, because Tish is better at articulating things than I am, especially about topics regarding your body autonomy and what in the, I don't know the right word, but Tish is way better at this than me. She's shaming people for things that are relative for others, in my opinion. And I can imagine that being a part of Marina Simone's team, that she may have an idea that, quote unquote, sleeping around with people was something that she should be ashamed of because of how Marina has talked on other calls.
Or getting drunk and chain smoking. That I would be where I am now, I would have slapped you right in the face.
I'm going to edit
it. Would have been rude, because no, I did not think that was possible. I would have laughed in your face. That's really the problem with humans. We are consumed by fear and limitation. I want to help you break out of that. The only way to break out of that is if you train yourself to transcend it and to understand that the things that you are afraid of are not here to protect you. They're here to keep you small. And yes, I get it. Training yourself to transcend fear or limitation sounds like some next level Jackie Chan type of nonsense. Most people aren't willing to commit to doing that. But you guys, I just want to share with you that it's 100%
Carmen, hop out,
possible.
for sure.
Okay, how I grew a 7-figure business, not despite my fear, but because of it. I used it as fuel.
I have added the content warning to the description. It says suicide mention, trauma dumping, fear mongering, religious manipulation. I'm sorry that I didn't do a search in the transcript that I created before I reacted to this. I thought it was going to be about 5-day recruiting challenge. I don't understand why they do this every time. I don't understand. I don't understand. From the film Eleanor? I'll have to download it later. I'll try. Mind over matter, probably. Dante, probably, that's what she meant. I have a therapist to help transcend my anxiety, ma'am. You aren't helping any of that. You can't foresee this type of manipulation. That's why they do that. I mean, I think that surprise is one of the emotional, slaps that we get when we get surprised, for sure. I don't understand the constant bringing up of trauma and stories of people in MLM. That's always the last thing I want to do personally, because it's not something I feel like I need to share with other people. Yep. MLM did nothing but stress me the heck out. Yep. I get that. I was in 2 MLMs, and Mary Kay Cosmetics and Young Living, and the amount of time that I gave to both of those companies was insanity.
And how I went, honestly, from broken, depressed, and wanting to quit network marketing altogether because everything I built fell apart 100%, to creating massive duplication and success in this industry. Would that be cool? All right. Also, since this introduction was heavy, I feel compelled to tell you that.
Yes, Becca, this is the 5-day recruiting challenge. This is a special course they put together when they were still part of Modere. Now that they've all left for Frequence, except for John Melton, when we see John Melton, we will all be surprised together. Good night, Carmen. Yes, absolutely protect your mental health. Oh, how we all love surprise trauma dumps, silly scammers. Exactly, Amanda. Yeah, so unfortunately, Becca, this is a training. When they all went from Modere to Frequence, you notice I'm doing the wax on, wax off in her reference to... Oh, I guess he's in the remake, but... Anyways, they forgot to edit out John Melton. So this is a training that they put together to either try to get more people to join their network marketing and increase their reach, or keep people in. And allegedly, they're going to tell us about recruiting.
Number 1, you have a nice butt. Number 2, I am a hot mess express. Don't compare yourself to me for 1 second, unless it's to realize that if this weirdo can crush it in this industry, you freaking can too. Let me tell you guys a little bit more about me. I know that I already
Did you just snap at us?
did, but just some of the things that I've accomplished, you can get an idea. Who is this human and why can she teach these things? What's the word I'm trying to think of? I promise I know things. Why is she qualified? Why is she qualified to teach these things? I'm a wife and a mom, but also slightly obsessed with Harry Potter. Like that is a wand on my finger. You never know when you need magic. I lost 155 pounds, became a trainer and nutritionist. I am a top earner and I have a
Are you a nutritionist or are you a registered dietitian? I know you can be a nutritionist without being a registered dietitian. I have questions. If you're NASM or ACE certified personal trainer, did you keep up with your certifications? And I know not all nutrition courses are equal, so I'm confused.
multi-million-dollar team, who I absolutely adore, by the way. I am a top recruiter in my company and in both companies that I've been a part of, and I have personally recruited over 1,000 people. And
yeah, she had a Harry Potter wand on her finger.
One of the top recruiting teams in my company, by the way, which I think is the most awesome part. And I have personally sold 50,000 in customer sales in a month using some of what I'm going to teach you guys today.
Did those sales come from your downline? Or did you only take the number of you moving product to people who were not formally associated with your company? Because I have questions. I've got questions.
Okay. I have 1.1 million followers on TikTok, and basically what I do is I teach network marketers how to attract unlimited targeted leads to them without being a spammy butthole. Would that be cool? Without chasing down your friends and family. That's what I do. Now, do you guys want to know how I did this? Are you fired up? Are you excited?
Wow, she has 1.1 million followers on TikTok. Why did we need any of the trauma story then? I'm not saying that if you have gone through trauma that your story is not being welcome to be shared. I'm saying that if you are using it as a sledgehammer to surprise people, I have questions about the ethical nature of doing that. If you're good at your job, why do we need to know about the other stuff? If you know how to be the 5-day recruiting challenge, we could have been talking for 11 minutes and 48 seconds about how you grew on TikTok, how you help others, your numbers, the details, and even if you're whatever kind of personality type, I don't care. I don't care because that's the information that she should share as the resident expert in this call. Dear God.
I'm going to teach you guys how to 100 times your business with referral marketing and short form video.
Oh, God.
Those are two of my favorite things on the planet. Now, outside of working when you don't feel it, which is the most important part of crushing it, not just in this industry, but in life, working when you don't feel it. Motivation is a myth. If you are waiting to be motivated, you are waiting to die.
Okay. However, caveat to the point that you are never going to feel motivated. There are some things that you have to do out of responsibility for taking care of yourself or your home or whatever, and sometimes you cannot do it for mental health reasons. If you cut off your ability to be in tune with your body, you can get into a twisty spot. They're saying to, in the same type of mindset they do in 75 Hard, where you just choose to do the things regardless of how you feel, regardless of how broken down your body is, regardless of how many days in a row that you haven't had a rest, etc., etc., etc. You just continue moving forward. And some people don't have the luxury to stop, but at least be mindful that you should be in tune with your gut, not your like gut in the plexus kind of all the other twisty ways, but to say something doesn't feel right here and I can take a second and pause and figure out if something really is wrong or if I can continue moving forward. Forget your mental health, just do the thing. That's what they're saying. Because when you start doing that, they're going to say, look, the business model is viable. Just keep doing the thing. Just be consistent. Just stay here for 2 years. Just stay here for 3 years. You'll eventually come out on top and move up in the pyramid. No, the compensation model in multi-level marketing is broken beyond repair because of a few factors. The unlimited pyramid structure or the multi-level pyramid structure, and the fact the uplines get paid on volume purchased from the company from people in their downline. They are under no responsibility to wait to get paid out if to make sure that their downline has actually sold to actual customers. If they're good enough to talk their downline into buying volume from the company, they get paid. That's the biggest issue with MLM for me.
Because you guys, there's a ton of studies that prove that motivation is not a personality trait. It's not something you have or you don't. It is going to fluctuate the same way your mood fluctuates. It's a feeling that comes and goes. You cannot rely on that.
Sometimes your intuition and your feelings keep you safe, though. Sometimes they do. Sometimes they short out your brain a little bit. But sometimes you can learn to say, all right, how do we move through this? Maybe you do that with a therapist. And sometimes you get to listen to your gut and take a pause and process through.
Feeling working, right? Your dreams matter more than your thoughts and feelings. You have to do it when it sucks to, rip the Band-Aid off and go do the thing that will lead to results. And then action actually creates motivation. It's not a precursor to it. It's the other way around. Momentum creates motivation. Doing the thing when it sucks to do it, that one next step. Stand up, take a step, repeat. That is how you create motivation. But you're going to have to repeat this over and over and over again in your career, all right? Understand that. Don't wait to be motivated. Do it when it sucks. And you will be lapping everyone else who is waiting for this secret gene, the secret skill they're missing. That's the gene, that's the skill. Doing it when it sucks. But honestly, the thing that I preach all the time, the most important thing when it comes to not just recruiting, but everything, the things that have made the biggest difference for me, the two things, short form video and referral marketing, 100% hands down. Now, I always say to keep the main thing the main thing. What do I mean by that? I mean, you should be spending 80% of your time focused on activities that make you the most money and 20% of your time with your team. Most people have this backwards. Do you guys what do you spend most of your time doing? A lot of people get a team and then they think all of a sudden they're supposed to be motivating their team. No. You do not need to go in a management mode. You think your job is to motivate your team and tell them what to do to keep them working? That is what you need to be doing with yourself, my friend.
Do you forget so easily what the sales pitches look like with your downline talking others into a multi-level marketing opportunity, you're going to have support. You're going to have community. You're going to have people helping you learn how to sell. You're going to have people helping you learn how to recruit. You're going to have people helping you if you get stuck. Oh, no. No. We're not doing that anymore because that's a managerial stuff and we don't want to get caught up doing that. We are going to sell and you're going to be left out to dry. If you're luring people into an opportunity based off of the idea or the promise that somebody is going to be there to help them when they get in and learn how to do it, because if she can do it, then anyone can do it, then that's a false promise that you're getting people to say yes to the opportunity with.
You need to start by leading you. Recruit yourself first. You are your runner. You are the person that you are looking for. If you want beach money, you need to always be in launch mode. Okay? Always be in build mode. Now, Rob Sperry calls the point in your business where you start getting bossy and stop getting results the sophomore slump. I absolutely love this term. I think everyone in this industry will get to this point. If they're not already, you will. And if you've never had success in network marketing, that just means that you have never started focusing on the most important things for your business. Okay? I want you right now to stop lying to yourself and saying, if you've had success before, that you're in a funk. I need you to do that. You are not in a funk. You just quit doing what brought you success in the beginning. Ouch. Am I right? What are those things that could bring you success? IPAs, income producing activities. We hear about this all the time. The way I do IPAs is a little bit different than you have probably learned. I'm going to share the IPAs that I have my team do, the IPAs that I personally do, make the biggest difference. They make the most money.
Mary Kay.
The money in the bank account. They sound good? The activities that create the biggest return on investment of your time. That's what a business owner should always be thinking about doing.
Good night, Savannah.
How can I work less but get more results? How can I focus on things that get the biggest return on investment, right? That's what scaling is, and that's what all business owners, traditional or network marketing, should be focused on. This is the opposite of busy work. It's the stuff you do if you have money. Do you have money? I do. I even sell a shirt that says that. Do you have money? All right, moving swiftly forward. When things slow down in your business, it is always because of one of three things. Number one, mindset. Number two, method. Number three, season. All right?
Mindset, method,
do any of you guys feel
season.
One of these things or all of these things is holding you back? Mindset becomes a problem when you find yourself getting stuck in your head. We were talking about before, you're waiting to feel motivated, waiting to feel good, waiting to feel you can do it. You need to get out in the world and take action when you don't want to. Okay, that's the key to getting out of that one. Method is a different beast entirely. That's the way you are working your business when you do work. It is super important that you get this right. I'm here to tell you that you can, well, actually, have you ever heard this quote? You can't say the wrong thing to the right person. That is 100% BS.
Oh.
You 100% absolutely can.
Well, I guess she forgot to share notes when Jesse Lee was still alive, because definitely Jesse Lee taught that you can't say the wrong thing to the right person. And I think John Milton has also said that. So, are they not listening to each other train? I mean, I'm glad she said it. I'm just curious. I'm confused.
Can say the wrong thing to the right person. I'm sorry. It just is. But I would consider myself the right person in this industry, and you can definitely say the wrong thing to me. You can turn me off. Easy. That's not to terrify you. Of course, you are going to mess up. You're going to say the wrong thing.
You can say the wrong thing to the right person, but we're also not going to give new people enough help so that they can learn how to sell and say the right thing to the right person. So yeah, people are going to get scared. Miss Ma'am, excuse me.
People, but there are more people than mistakes you can make. So it's all good. You fail forward. You learn by doing.
Love it, Aya.
The idea, like I said, to learn by doing, to fail forward, is How do we learn how to walk? We fall down repeatedly as a toddler. Toddlers are tiny little drunk humans stumbling through.
Do you not know? Karina, correct me. Oh, yeah, Mrs. Code. Yep. Karina, correct me. When you were helping Leo learn how to walk, you were not just letting him, the first few times that he was figuring it out, you weren't very far away from him as he's learning how to walk. You're there encouraging him and holding your arms out so that if he stumbles, you are there to catch him as he's falling forward, right? Or maybe you're behind him. Or maybe you're behind him and you're holding his hand so that you can walk with him and he can feel the movement of being successful and walking. Or maybe if he is working his way around the couch, you're there to make sure that he doesn't fall backwards or fall sideways because he's still learning how to walk. So she's making, and maybe this is my brain being quirky, that she's not giving all the information that other people, I'm guessing, are assuming from this. But your parents are there, or your parent is there to help you learn how to walk. She did say that at the beginning, Aya. Even when we patted the floor for him. I just think, like, parents are there, at least in the beginning, to help you out.
Through life, learning how to be a person. That's what you are with recruiting and with anything that you take on that is new. That will be you in this industry, my friend. I need you to embrace and accept that. You got to be willing to suck at something long enough to get good at it. Period. I'm willing to look stupid. Are you? I'm willing to laugh at myself and look like a clown and have fun doing it. Are you? Because that's the thing that holds people back more than pretty much anything. You need to laugh at yourself. You need to learn to celebrate the action you take instead of the results that you get. That is important.
If we're not measuring the results that we are getting, how do we know if we are moving forward? It cannot just be, wow, I'm proud of myself for showing up. I turned my camera on, I pressed go live, and I get 0 views on a live stream. Sometimes you listen back and you say, oh my gosh, I'm going to tweak this. I'm going to move the video this way. I'm going to try to have a higher quality output of stuff we're reacting to. I'm going to try to finish more of my sentences, which is a goal of mine every time. But it just, it's just so far out of reach of my grasp sometimes. There should be things that we measure. Same in multi-level marketing. A profit and loss is one of those things that you can measure success. Are you losing money hand over fist in MLM? Then slow the fuck down. Your family shouldn't have to be put in financial harm to attempt to make a broken compensation model work. Yeah, I was listening to one of my streams and I was like, oh God, no, wait, finish that sentence. Finish it, DC. Just finish one of them. So I'm still struggling,
Write that down, or you are 100% doomed. All right. Rather than obsessing over, is this the perfect message to send? Or is this the perfect post to put up? Or would this person even be interested in what I have? They're successful, blah, 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 blah. I need you to screw all of that, and I need you to rip the Band-Aid off and just do it.
No.
I need you to try things in batches and then.
Have you ever heard of an audience avatar? Miss Ma'am? I mean, she has 1.1 million people on TikTok. Maybe she doesn't need an audience avatar. Apparently, everyone's her audience. So what do I know asking these questions?
Taste test it. Betty freaking Crocker. And you're making muffins. Betty Crocker never hated herself for needing to tweak an ingredient. Am I right? You need to stop doing that. If the method isn't quite working.
With a recipe, though, Miss Ma'am, we know that we're supposed to be making blueberry muffins or banana nut muffins. We have a specific perspective, a picture of what we need to make. And so when we keep making, I don't know, a cake or a donut or coffee cake or beignets, those are not banana nut muffins. So if we're not measuring things, if we don't know what we're actually going towards, if we're just supposed to say, wow, cooking special, you're going to need to be cooking for 3 years before you start doing before you start making money. Well, no, I need to measure, number one, my ability to make really good banana nut muffins first, because that's what I'm supposed to be doing. And then we move on to other recipes. And then we can tweak specifically within that recipe if I know that I'm supposed to be making banana nut muffins. Maybe her stories are too vague for my brain. That's a possibility.
Then we're going to make informed tweaks. It is not a reflection of your competency or your self-worth as a human being if something needs updating. The way you're asking isn't working, the way you're posting isn't working, etc. Like I said, you have to be willing to suck at something long enough to get good at it. Them's the breaks, my friend, and that's why most people aren't successful.
Let me bring home my point about the recipes. Someone comes up to you and they say, look, DC, or look, Demi. We'll talk to Demi. Demi, I'm going to teach you how to make the best blueberry muffins you've ever made before. And guess what? You don't have to be a good baker to make really incredible blueberry muffins. And Demi's like, holy shit, I love blueberry muffins, and I know a lot of people who love blueberry muffins too. I can't wait. What do I need to do? You say, well, you need to be able to follow directions. You need to be a good team player. You need to know a few people who like blueberry muffins, and you already said you do, so perfect. And if you find other people who may want to also make blueberry muffins, you might want to sign them up because you can make money off of them selling blueberry muffins to their friends. And you're like, holy shit, I love that idea. And when you buy ingredients from the bakery, your upline gets paid, and the same thing for your downline. But you start the process and you show up day one and your upline's like, okay, you're all set. You've got the recipe. You're ready to go, Demi. And Demi's like, I don't know how to bake. And they're like, look, it's baking. You got it. You need to go and make sure you have customers, and you need to make sure you have a full pantry because your blueberry muffins are going to need those. And Demi's probably like, okay, well, I know I need flour and I know I need blueberries, but I'm not a baker. I don't know how long to leave them in the oven. I don't know the size of the ingredients. So Demi might be saying, okay, I know it needs flour and blueberries. Mix it together. Okay, I need a liquid. Okay, I'm gonna put water in. All right, put it in the oven. Okay, it tastes terrible. What else do I need? And it doesn't rise. So Demi is trying and realizing that the MLM rep has not given them a recipe to make blueberry muffins. And so it's like, okay, well, they said they were going to help me out, and they're not. I don't have a recipe. And they're like, I can't spend all this time with you. You have to be a good student. You need to get it together. And Demi's like, holy shit, I don't know how to bake. And so that is how I feel a little bit of what happens in MLM. Not with Demi specifically. I was just using Demi as an example. But in this situation too, you're missing so many pieces. And her saying, oh, you just need to practice and be here long enough to give it a good go and not quit, when you could have probably gone through thousands of pounds of flour and blueberry and sugar trying to figure out how to make blueberry muffins, and you don't have the recipe to do that, when they said that poor Demi, never gonna get those muffins. I'm just like, it feels like you in MLM, you're not given the recipe, you're promised a recipe, your upline tells you just to keep working hard. You have someone who's willing to work hard, and you may have people who want the product that you were promised that you could sell, and they're missing pieces, and then it ends up being quote unquote Demi's fault because Demi doesn't produce the muffins. Then tell me it's my mindset. I'm like, I thought you were teaching me to make muffins. Yes. MLMs after you buy the starter pack. Figure out how many blueberries you need by yourself. I don't have time for your petty issues. Yes, exactly. Exactly. I realized as I was telling that story, it was a little bit convoluted, but it made sense in my head, and then I started talking, so I would just, it ran away from me a little bit. I hope y'all understood what I was trying to say.
Are you willing to do that? I want you to commit to that. Say, yep, I'm willing to suck. I'm willing to look stupid and laugh about it. It's all good. Life is short.
You don't have to look stupid and laugh about it if you would just get the recipe for the blueberry muffins from your upline. And then you could say, look, here's the basic recipe. Oh my gosh, I can make something edible with this recipe. Thank you so much. And I can practice and practice and practice knowing the recipe and maybe making some tweaks based on my personal preference on how to bake that it's going to start tasting better and better and better. Well, they're like, no, you don't get a recipe. You're not going to get any baking help, even though I promised you some baking help. You're just going to be stuck knowing that we're going to make blueberry muffins. And now you're just going to buy blueberry muffin ingredients, allegedly. Because if you don't buy ingredients, then you don't have access to your commission check for selling blueberry muffins. Okay, great. Thanks so much. This is so confusing. That's how MLM is. It's so confusing.
I can do this, period. All right? Here's the cool thing though, you guys. The more action that you take, the more you celebrate said action and don't destroy yourself for learning, the quicker you're going to improve. If you were to send 3 perfectly crafted A+ messages, you might get a response, maybe. The chances are low. But if you send out 100 B- messages that are just good enough, no one's going to die, but also you're going to have a way higher chance of getting results and helping more people. And it's not about you. The point of this, you guys, is you have to stop demanding or expecting perfection because no one demands that of you. No one.
It's not about the perfection. It's about literally not knowing, some people not knowing how to interact in a sales environment and talk to people in a way, and they want to find people who actually want the product, and you're actually just looking for people with a pulse and a credit card. Who's dying? Oh, the people who are, getting caught up in trying to send out perfect hey hun messages, and B+ hey hun messages will work out just fine. Oh, I love that Aerodil, who once burnt muffins. Yes, I thought we were going to learn how to make delicious blueberry muffins. No, burn the shit out of them and give them to 100 people, and someone's going to be hungry enough that they're going to eat your muffin. Excuse me? What? Okay, burnt muffin it is, but I know these are burnt and I know people won't want to eat them. No, you just have to give them to enough people. Someone's going to be starving and they're going to want to eat your muffin. And then you can tell them about the incredible opportunity that the blueberry making business is. And the person, the rep, working their ass off knows that people don't want burnt baked goods. And their upline won't help them figure it out.
We need to normalize that you, like I said, make up in numbers what you lack in skill. You have to get messy to grow. And I'm sharing what works with you, but you guys are going to have to mess around and find how it works best for you. All right?
Yes.
I'm going to teach you the principles that will help you shorten the learning curve. And the method I use and teach my team is the following. I'm going to share the daily method of operation. This is a daily method of operation for future millionaires. You ready?
Oh, ready.
Number 1, IPAs / the main thing. This is what you're going to spend 80% of your time on. This is the main thing. Number 1, referral posts.
Oh.
Number 2, asking the extra question. That means asking people if they're open and taking a look at your business. Number 3, following up. These are the most important things. 80% of your time. Now, 20% of your time, you're going to spend on number 1, curiosity and attraction marketing.
Oh, it's too fast.
Number 2, creating conversations. Number 3, loving on and empowering your team. That's it. That's what I do.
You're such a good baker. I knew that when you came on and you wanted to learn how to bake, like, just know that it's in you. Oh, but I don't know how to bake yet. No, you do. You do. It's inside your soul. Somewhere deep down, you can figure it out. You can do it. But I'm not a good baker. I don't know how to bake. No, no, no. Everyone knows how to bake. Everyone can be good at it. Okay. And then you maybe start to believe you're a good baker when you're not. That's the love bombing. Eat my muffin now. That'll sell. I like that you have some blueberries off.
What did my team do? Swear to God, it works. My team hears this repeatedly, you guys. Referral post, extra question. Referral post, extra question until you die. Just kidding. Kind of. Not really. Until you get rich. Scratch that forever. I am having way too much fun with this training. But listen, you guys, these 2 simple activities could transform the entire trajectory of your business. What are they? I'm going to dive into a little bit. The best income producing activities known to man, in my humble opinion: referral post, extra question, and also short form video. Let's dive into referral posts a little bit. We'll dive into that first.
How long is she going to talk for? Let me just scrub through this real quick. We're at 20 minutes and 27 seconds. I thought she was going to be done earlier. Since she's going to talk about referral posts, we're just going to end the video now. I'm going to finish the rest of the stream tomorrow. Sorry for the rough start to the stream and the mutes. I'm going to work on it. I'm trying to make some more bite-sized content. Y'all are incredible. I'm going to go ahead and set the next stream for the 9th or whatever, and we will have a longer stream then. Take care of yourselves, hydrate, take your meds, and I will see you later. Oh, wait, let me just do default scene. Okay. Oh, I can't do that now. Dang it. Okay, bye.